Hello and welcome back to Boston Commune.
This week's Incredulous installment will feature commentary from comrades Scott, Sarah, Chava, and myself. For news, we shed no tears as Colin has kicked the can, while the capitalists wrangle with a working class which continues to withhold its labor. We give a thorough rundown on Boston ballot measures, and then I dig up some dirt on two suspicious super PACs, before I refute an expensive attack ad line by horrendous line. Finally, Chava graces us with the spiritual successor to the testicuzzi.
Please do us a favor, share this content, do yourself a favor, enjoy your epoch.
That's how I've heard it described. Oh, I'd be a communist, but it's just white people's bullshit. They only show up when somebody get killed. You can't just show up in people's neighborhoods when somebody gets killed with red flags waving around. You have to be there all the time. You have to be there handing out papers. You have to be there explaining things to people. You have to be there networking with elders. You have to be there helping neighbors with their gardens. Shit like that. That's how communists get into the hearts and minds of the people.
Stop chiding me.
No one has been chided.
Quit your
There's
chiding.
no chiding. I have not chided a single one of you.
Chiding with Biden.
Oh, God. I don't know if you can hear, folks, but Joe's not here.
Oh.
Yeah, Joe had to do this. Whatever, who gives a shit?
I don't know.
Anyways.
It's kind of a raise your hand if you're not here kind of a situation.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant like if Joe were here, you wouldn't be able to hear me because he'd be talking, which is why I went wrong.
Oh, sick burn. Oh.
I don't think that's even true though. So maybe I'm just being mean in my mind.
No.
On your
Scott
behalf.
tends to talk the most.
That is
But that's
more or
good
less
because
true.
he's like the conductor.
He has
Yeah.
things to say.
The conductor at any given point should be waving the little fucking
Waving a little
what's it
ding?
called? The staff.
Waving his stick around.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot
waving
to
my
turn
dick
my
around.
ding
Yeah.
on.
What the fuck? Anyways, yeah, I'm the conductor of the
At any
Epoch.
given point, Scott
Tap,
is
tap.
just
Who's the
helicoptering
caboose?
his dick
The caboose?
Yeah.
rapidly.
The conductor. So who's the caboose?
Oh, this one. All right, get off the show. Anyways, I'm kidding. So
News.
news,
We have news.
yeah.
Yes.
Colin Powell.
Many news.
Is there
Colin.
many newses?
More than one new.
Colin Pillow, R.I.P. No, we are allowed to laugh at this man, yes.
Cologne pal.
I think I actually got him confused with somebody else because I was like, either people really like that guy or really hate that guy. I couldn't remember.
I mean, with Colin Powell, it's basically both.
Yeah. It's an appropriate amount of knowledge for someone your age to have about Colin Powell, I think. Someone
Your
who didn't.
fucking her boyfriend is in the military. I mean, Colin Powell's actions directly have directly materially impacted
Yeah,
both
but they
of their
don't know
lives.
that. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They have a grid on the wall of their barracks that has the current military hierarchy all the way up to the president.
Damn.
Colin Powell's not there, so they're like, well,
I
I don't
know.
fucking know.
He hasn't
Not
been
on
in our
there.
government since 2000. And what the fuck is happening in this episode? Anyways.
I want to stop being the person who keeps dropping military knowledge because I don't like it.
Oh,
But
I'm sorry, I'm
That's
sorry.
what I have.
Well,
so,
I will.
mean-
Okay. The reason why we're militarily involved in the Middle East is largely because of Colin Powell and the speech that he delivered at the UN and the supposed the lying he did about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, which led to the invasion and a million
Death and
people
destruction.
dead. So that's a little history lesson.
He kind of admitted that they didn't really know if anything was actually happening. It was almost like this could be true. So the best,
We gotta check.
possible,
Yeah, so we should start a war.
Yeah, exactly. It's the best possible initiative to take at this point is to just completely invade.
Which is that's even worse though.
Because if we're right, then we kill a couple of brown people. If we're wrong, then all the white people die. We don't want that.
We want to keep up the illusion that wars happen by accident. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Christ.
he's dead.
R.I.P.
But he endorsed Barack
he
Obama.
dead.
So,
He dead with
Oh,
Rumsfeld.
well, that makes
They're
it
both
all
in hell.
fine
so he
then.
fixed racism.
Yeah. 2008 was the end of racism in America.
That's when it ended. I don't want to hear any of your bullshit about systemic racism because we had a black president. Okay.
Yep. It's over.
It's over.
It's over, folks.
It's done with, folks.
The racism has been vanquished, folks.
We finished it. We totally finished it.
Something feels really weird about using Trump's voice to say that. But anywho, Colin Powell, he went on a little strike from Life, just like everybody else right now is going on strike. That was fucking hell of a transition. Everybody's on strike right now.
Oh shit, am I supposed to be on strike right now?
Maybe confer. I don't know what corruptions are happening at your workplace that you feel like are going unnoticed.
Lots of employee turnover. That's it mainly. Probably other things too. I can't talk about that right now though.
Oh,
that doesn't sound like corruption. That sounds like people who are like, "Fuck this."
I know. I'm not. Yeah, I know.
Which is another thing that's happening right now is a bunch of people are quitting their jobs because low wages, shitty working conditions,
hemorrhoids,
long hours, gives them all hemorrhoids.
Are they your pardon? Wait,
it was in the Communist Manifesto.
Every job gives you a hemorrhoid, and that's why you should go on strike from it.
Every job you get, that's one hemorrhoid.
Yeah, it's what they like to call Striketober. This is something I mentioned weeks ago, but Joe wanted us to talk about it particularly this week. I don't know why, but he does have a point. There's a massive amount of people who are leaving or protesting, whatever, in the workforce right now, and like how they're taking care of it is like you go to John Deere where there's a strike right now. All the people who work on the floor, they sent the engineers down to work on the floor. And then they had to shut down the factory within a day because of all the 911 calls of engineers hurting themselves on the floor. So, Mad Men wasn't satire. Mad Men was just reality.
Hilarious.
So, Striketober, folks.
Their own fucking farts. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, pay people more.
They're what?
They're huffing their own farts.
I thought you said they're cut from their own farts.
They're cut from their own farts.
They're dissociated from their own parts.
They're all cut from the same fart.
God damn it. Related to strikes, the IATSE did... They did reach an agreement. They have a new contract, but it's a shitty contract. So the membership still might vote no, and they still might be going on strike. Who knows? It's already affecting schedules because Marvel pushed back all their movies by like a year because they are expecting the strike to go through. So,
good.
Yeah, do you see how these strikes are ruining our supply chain?
Yeah, man.
Oh my god, now we don't have...
Our stream of Marvel movies
when am I going to get Eternals?
Our stream of generic superhero movies. God, whatever will we do without them?
What else will I use to numb the pain of everyday
existence? You might have
existence?
to turn to the DC superheroes, and I heard one of them was...
Don't say that.
I heard one of them was gay or something. No, he's bi.
Oh yeah, Superman's bi. Superman's a bi black man now.
The absolute decadence and what's the other word I was thinking of?
Deranged.
Decadence and degeneracy.
There you go. That's the one.
Decadence and degeneracy.
All in one.
What does that look like?
It looks delicious.
It's communism.
I guess so. You know what? I guess Slavoj Žižek is kind of somehow. I feel like he fits that.
Yeah, Mr. Old walking down the street with a cheeseburger in each hand kind of guy.
What?
You never seen that?
I want to see this picture.
I know of one where he has two hot dogs.
Burgers. Oh, maybe they're hot dogs. No,
I mean, like They Live has been on the brain because they covered it on Blank Check. But is They Live just about Zizek? Like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Oh no, it's not even a picture. It's a fucking full-on video.
Yep.
Somebody just filmed them walking around outside, stuffing his face with two different hot dogs.
Two different, entirely different hot dogs. What a mighty good man.
Correction, this is actually one big hot dog ripped in half. Sincerest apologies.
Yeah, John Nada is based on fucking Zizek. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. Look at him go. Look at those pants he's wearing.
Oh.
What is happening? Are we sure that's not just the same hot dog in half? Anyways, whatever. Oh my god. I'm defending this.
2 hot dogs.
No, that's definitely 2 hot dogs.
It's 2 full dogs, baby. He went and got 2 franks. 2 big ballparks.
He's a sensible man.
2
Who knows
dogs.
his own needs. It's like the
In those
definition of
fucking
peace.
pants.
The comments on this video are fucking fantastic.
I saw a guy recently on the street who looked like a younger version of Zizek,
Oh no.
but it was perfect otherwise.
But his theory was not nearly as esoteric.
No, as I drove by him, I could tell that was the case.
Somebody just commented, socialism is when some hot dog. Communism is when no hot dog.
Capitalism is when 2 hot dog?
2 girls, 1 cup. Hot dog.
2 hot dog, 1 Zizek.
2 ketchup, 1 hot dog.
I still haven't seen that video, and I really don't care to watch
We
it.
are not talking about 2 girls, 1 cup on this podcast. What are you doing? What are you
I've
doing?
never watched it either, and I don't plan to.
What are you
Just-
doing?
it's like
don't
it's like
need
one of
to.
those things where it's like
Stop.
you haven't actually seen it for yourself, or you don't really care what it is. You just have to learn what it is in order to survive on the internet.
So there's an election coming up soon in Boston.
Yes, there is.
And we're going to immediately shift gears from that conversation. And we're going to
Yes,
talk about
please.
the ballot questions. Jesse, did you want to talk about that? I know what they are, too.
We can actually go through it one by one. So the first...
Question
please
1.
do.
Question
Hold
uno.
on. Let me actually bring up the actual text. Okay. The first ballot question is a binding measure. It would grant the city council the authority to amend the budget proposed by the mayor and to override the mayor's budgetary amendments or vetoes. And it would also establish an office of participatory budgeting by the year 2024. I think this is fantastic.
It breaks
Yeah.
the strong mayor system.
Yes,
Exactly.
It breaks the strong mayor system, and conveniently at a time when Michelle Wu is obviously going to win the mayor. Who would have thought?
Yeah, that is funny how that works. Yeah.
I mean, I still think it's absolutely worth voting for because it gives the public the ability to participate in the city budget.
Yeah. It means that the city council can actually do something, basically, folks. It's not a very
because
democratic city.
As of right now, if the city council doesn't like a budget, they either have to accept it or reject it. And then that can be interpreted in any number of ways. And one of the things I'm going to talk about today is how a no vote on a proposed budget was used out of context for nefarious purposes. And I predicted that this would happen to Michelle Wu as the general election day got closer and closer. I mean, this is how most budgets are created. It's not like a yes-no. It's different committees have input on sort of negotiations. So I'm in favor of it.
Yeah. It means your elected official will have more power to do the things that they promise that they will do to you. That was a weird way of phrasing it. But yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
good.
do things to me, baby.
It's good because it's the reason why Boston has fallen into such stark kind of apocalyptic developers hell is because the strong mayor system, Marty Walsh just let the developers do whatever, and the city council could have had some impact and some input into how the money was spent and what we allowed people to do. So vote yes on 1 is what we're saying.
It would also increase transparency because as of right now, it's kind of a closed door process
Very much.
and there is no external oversight board. This would establish one.
We love it. Oh,
Holy
that was hell of a cough. I'm very impressed.
that was hell of
That was
cough.
hell of cough.
I'm so sorry. I was holding it in, and then I realized I couldn't,
Hold
and
it
then I
in.
tried to stealth mute, and it didn't work.
It's like when
It's
you
so
try
hard
and
to
cover
hold in
your
a cough.
fart with a cough, but the fart
Yeah.
comes after.
I've had so many bad
Yeah.
experiences. Not sorry.
Sorry. Oh, wow. Wow.
So ballot question number 2.
Number 2 is personal to me.
The way that it's worded is
Just vote no, fuckers.
whoever wrote the question clearly fucking opposes it. Verbatim. Should a high voltage electric substation be
Yeah, this is
built
the one that was funny.
at 400 Condor Street in East Boston along the Chelsea Creek near homes, parks, playgrounds, jet fuel storage, and in a flood risk area rather than in a nearby alternative safe and secure location such as non-residential Massport land at Logan Airport?
The initial site was next to the airport, whereas they would use most of the power and would make sense there, but whatever.
Maybe just because it's non-binding, they were kind of able to get away with
Yeah.
such
It's already been approved.
obvious wording here.
So like, hey, if you want shit things to happen,
yeah, it's like, should this really unsafe
That's so base that they fucking that's the wording though. That's so rad.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what was so funny about it. I was like, wait, am I reading this right? Like, this is a bit...
No, because that's the exact language that we used when we were protesting it the entire time. Was like, it's next to all these things. Nice. That's like, it will kill people, or like it will cause a catastrophe, some sort of ecological disaster that the city cannot fucking take right now. So maybe we shouldn't be building this here.
That might be a good indication that like publicly protesting something bad actually precipitates legislators to take action.
Yeah, I guess.
Whose pockets would this be lining? Like maybe the former mayor, I would guess. I would guess that Marty Walsh would have been the one benefiting from this financially.
The substation? Oh, yeah. It's totally, yeah, you're right. Like, Eversource is getting all the money. Yeah. Like, nobody locally is benefiting from it whatsoever. Like, not even, like, the fucking community. Again, I live, like, fucking, for full disclosure, I live, like, a block from where the substation is going to be installed, so pretty important to me.
All right, so that one, yeah. That one is straightforward, and I'm pretty sure that that's going to get a majority opposition.
I will be more positive for a second that I want to say that maybe Lydia Edwards has something to do with that getting on the ballot. Maybe not. I'll look into it. If, vote for who the fuck you want to vote for.
Yeah, if credit is due, we would like to give credit where it's due. We just don't know right now.
The substation was one of the few issues she wasn't really wishy-washy on. She was, like, entirely against it, and she was really pissed when they actually, when they approved it, so... I'm gonna be fucking honest, Lydia is wishy-washy on some things, but this is one of the few things she wasn't, so... Anyways, keep going. Ballot question 3.
Okay, ballot question number 3, and this would just be a simple majority. It's a non-binding measure, and it reads, should the current appointed school committee structure be changed to a school committee elected by the residents of Boston? And I think that's an obvious yes.
Yeah, duh. Yeah. You know? Like, again, it's more breaking the strong mayor... fucking dictatorial system, bringing more democracy to what is considered, whatever a lot of people outside looking in consider Massachusetts and Boston to be the bastion of, like, democratic process and, like, liberal institutions and shit. But, like, no, not at all.
They're so liberal. It makes me horny.
I don't think that's actually true. I think a lot...
The only thing I think people think about Boston and Massachusetts is that we're horribly racist, but I do think that they think that we're very liberal.
They're like, aha, I know the truth. I know the secret truth. Really, the Bostonians are the racist ones. Everyone thinks it's the South.
I don't think that's it so much either. I think people recognize that because we have a very high concentration of elite schools that a lot of people are going to get recruited to be, they're going to be like in the NSA and shit like that. Like people recognize that MIT and Harvard and all these institutions are like becoming part of the military industrial complex.
Where, all those they have been for people doing masters about drones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like the home of the meritocracy. But I also think that, especially with the way that demographics in Boston have been changing, I mean, because there's an obvious correlation between race and income bracket, that as the wealthier, whiter Bostonians, you know, they're probably more likely to be able to afford a house in the suburbs, and so they're leaving the city, while the poorer populations of Boston are just getting pushed into neighborhoods like Roxbury.
It's the same thing that happened in the 70s, but it's happening again. It's going to keep happening over and over again. And these communities are going to keep getting like poorer and poorer, and the richer communities are going to get richer and richer, and it's just going to get worse and worse. Unless somebody does something about it.
And also because so many of these developers are just putting up luxury condos in the middle of the fucking city. They're setting the city up to be empty in the middle. Like, it's just going to be a place to park your capital.
If you track, like, where they're building luxury condos and big developments and where they're building single-family homes in places like that, the richer, whiter communities are the only places that are getting, like, single-family homes and stuff, and everywhere else is just luxury condos. East Boston has, like, gone down, I don't know, like, 10% in, like, the amount of, like, single-family homes that have been built over the past, like, 10 years, like the massive decline. I actually think it's much more than 10%, but we're building for like young fucking professionals and that's it. Like we're not building for families. We're not building for like working class people. We're not building, we're building for such a select tech bro like experiential fucking virgin loser, fucking graduated from fucking like Suffolk or Penn State, like that type of person. Like that's the only people we're fucking building housing for in the city now. It's insane. It's unsustainable. And if you want to see how fucking bad it's getting, do this. Go on fucking Boston influencer TikTok. It's the most fucking depressing thing in the world.
Yeah, well, I think that was happening. Like somebody on TikTok got riled up. They're like, East Boston is gentrifying. They're like, oh, there's like a multi-family home. This is the symbol of gentrification. And it's like, what?
What? Like, fucking come down to like the fucking developments at the end of my street.
Yeah,
like those homes are what we want to see.
Yeah, but I think that they're thinking like, oh, well, it looks like one of those, the style of the new apartment buildings, like
the disgusting box.
Yeah, the ones with the prefabricated
like the weird facade.
Yeah, the matchsticks. Yeah, the matchboxes. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's like copy and paste all over. Anyways,
I want to learn how to make really good pie.
We can move. What?
What about making pie?
I like getting prepped for Thanksgiving. I want to get prepped for Thanksgiving. I want to learn how to make good pies.
Talk about pies for a minute.
I don't currently make pies.
Well, what type of pie would you like to know how to make?
An apple pie that actually tastes like apple.
What are you talking? What, have you accidentally made an apple pie that tasted like shit? What are you talking about?
No, it's just like the pies are so sweet. They just like don't taste like anything.
Well, you gotta pick the right apples,
No, I know. What I'm saying.
Damn it! I made shepherd's pie again.
Those shit apples.
You can't get the shit apples.
Stop picking the shit apples, and that's your problem.
Look at all the crab apples.
Get those McCowns and the Gravensteins. Those are good.
My late great aunt was the one in our family who always made the pies, but she's gone now, so nobody else knows how to make a good cream de mint pie.
Well, you got to learn how to make pie so you can show up your family and your fucking dead aunt.
Yeah, no.
I'm kidding. Sorry.
She was the best. She taught me how. Well, she did teach me how to do it. She had this.
She didn't teach you how to make a pie.
Yeah, but I forgot.
Oh, she did? I forgot.
I learned the techniques, but not the recipe.
Yeah. My mom tried to teach Ellie to make pie, but Ellie didn't give a shit, so I don't have any of those memories.
Nice.
What if you start learning how to make a pie and then all the skills, all of it just comes back? I
don't know. I don't think that works. Oh, good.
Yeah. What if all your aunt's skills just start coming back?
Sarah.
Yeah, whatever. Never mind.
That's fine.
I didn't understand that I was being talked to.
I didn't understand that I was being talked to.
Wait, I thought you were talking to
Brilliant phrase. Brilliant sentence. I don't know.
It's fine.
What did you want from me? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
I said, what if when you start learning how to make a pie, all your aunt's skills?
Oh, I thought you were talking to.
No, well, I'm talking to you. No, I said not you. Oh my god. Anyways,
it's the second time tonight that I've thought somebody was talking to me.
I just want to go home.
You are home.
That was fast.
You're just on a show.
At home right now?
I am at home.
There you go.
Mentally, you want to go home.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. I've recently been seeing on YouTube this attack ad that.
Oh yes.
I've come to find out Acai B. George did not officially pay for this ad.
It was like some stands.
Well,
Kirk campaign has not officially done a lot of shady shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
They are not officially associated, according to her spokesperson.
Jesus Christ.
That's a pair of words right there. 2
super PACs have been founded recently, solely for the purpose of spending money in support of Acai B. George and against Michelle Wu. And they're called Real Progress Boston.
That would make a lot of sense, because there's like an uptick in the fucking Anissa trolls, I've noticed. So
Yeah.
There's one in Lower Alston. There's somebody with a giant billboard on North Harvard Street that just only uses it to advertise the least-based politicians.
I saw a pickup with a giant Acai B. George sign on the back, and they had like fucking giant loudspeakers like saying vote for Acai B. George, and it was just like, it was in the middle of the financial district, and I was like, what the fuck? What?
Do you think that they could try making a pun on her? I don't know. Maybe I don't think they do like.
Well,
they
I
don't
called
do,
her
like,
Wasabi George, so there you go. Wasabi Gorge. There you go.
I think it's really obnoxious, like, because it's so easy to refer to Michelle Wu with one syllable. You can just be like Wu. But with Wasabi George, like, you have to say 2 whole fucking names every time.
AEG, which is.
I mean, I know that's not necessarily her fault. Like, that's fine.
It's
But,
completely her fault.
but I am personally inconvenienced by it, and so I just wanted to share my disdain. That's the only reason I don't like.
What?
I'm just kidding. She sucks.
We don't really do those
But
kind
anyway,
of like.
Anyway, so 2 super PACs have been founded recently. One is called Real Progress Boston.
Oh, well.
And one is called Bostonians for Real Progress.
Wow.
What were the names again?
Real Progress Boston.
Bostonians for progress.
And Bostonians
For real progress.
For
For real progress. Oh, excuse me, not just
Not
progress.
fake. It's not.
Progress.
It's not
It's
fake
not this
progress.
Johnny come lately progress.
No.
It's
Progress for real
progress.
Bostonians and no fake ones.
Yeah.
I gotta
I mean, that would
say,
go along with the nativism of the Wasabi George campaign so far.
Are you saying wasabi?
I said Wasabi
Yeah.
George.
I thought you said wasabi.
See, I've already
Well, there we
been
go.
on that
Wasabi
podcast.
Gorge. There's the pun on her name. Gorging yourself on wasabi. Wasabi Gorge.
Wasabi Gorge.
Or it could be throat in
I
French.
need Wasabi Gorge. Fucking, I should be
Jesus
canceled for that. Anyways,
I'm gonna refer to her as Wasabi Gorge for the rest
I
of the
need some
segment.
Wasabi Gorge. Yeah.
According
Jesus
to
Christ.
I
Wikipedia,
need
This doesn't make any sense. I want to go
I
home.
need the Wasabi George.
according to Ballotpedia, Real Progress Boston has spent more than $550,000 on advertisements for Wasabi Gorge as of September 20th.
Fucking
So
shit.
these are not up to date. That's an old figure. It's probably a lot more now.
Nice.
The PAC is chaired by the beloved William Gross,
Who? I know that name. Who is that?
who briefly served as the police commissioner
Oh,
under
yeah, that's
Marty
right.
Walsh before abruptly announcing his retirement in January. He like legit overnight was like, I quit. I want to be with my family.
Which was a good move, because fuck that guy.
He has
What?
a great mustache, though. His mustache is real good.
What, didn't he oversee some corruption under
Mhm.
his tutelage? What
Yes.
What happened?
But I'm saying his official statement was just that he wanted to be with his family. So I'll take him at his word because he's like a really trustworthy guy, you know?
Oh.
Oh yeah.
The PAC's paperwork lists contact information for a firm called Red Curve Solutions, which, according to its own website, is, quote,
Front and center in the minds of other leading providers of campaign-related services for GOP candidates and committees.
unquote. And its clients have included former CFO of Microsoft, Chris Liddell,
Ew.
who also served as treasurer for a Mitt Romney fundraising committee. What is it? Romney Victory, something about Romney and Victory, which,
Romney Victory Fund. I don't know.
whatever.
But yeah, ew.
Arkansas Congressman Tom Cotton, who's like a fucking,
Cotton.
he's literally like
Kind of a low-key fascist.
Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker and the Trump campaign.
These are all people that have been...
These are all clients of Red Curve.
Oh, fuck. Jeez, that's awesome. Red Curve. Red
Yeah.
Curve. Red
Like Blue
Curve.
Wave, but like
Red
the opposite?
Curve.
Yeah, like
Red
it's,
Curve. Wasabi Gorge is a fucking Democrat. I just want to make that clear.
yeah, but they're not officially. This is
She's
a
a-
separate, independent venture. So
No, I know.
yeah, yeah,
I'm just fucking... I'm not,
yeah.
Oh,
It is interesting
so-
though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting.
In the latter pack, Bostonians for Real Progress.
It's interesting that we didn't need a Republican to run in this race. Anyway.
Bostonians for Real Progress recently spent $125,000 on a 30-second attack ad, which, as I said, I will include in post.
How to defund our great city? Elect Michelle Wu. Wu would defund the police, reducing positions and forcing layoffs. She voted to defund essential services during a pandemic and even proposes defunding the T. Wu's way means a less affordable Boston with fewer services. For real progress, not radical change, elect Anissa Asabi George.
I'm just going to kind of go through the language of the ad. So first off, the ad claims that, quote, Wu would defund the police, reducing positions and forcing layoffs, unquote. I would like this to be true, but I suspect that Wu will probably be squeezed between the interests of her constituents and those of the militarized police force, which has immense political power and spending power because they get a lot of fucking money. The ad continues, quote, she voted to defund essential services during a pandemic and even calls for defunding the T. So they cited two sources.
Oh, that's a wonderful characterization.
The ad listed two sources for these claims. The first one was an article which noted that Michelle Wu voted against the operating budget for the upcoming fiscal year, and this was in 2020, because she owed her constituents, quote, justice, equity, and relief, unquote. And this was like right around the time we started the podcast, so we probably didn't cover the details of the city budget at that time, but...
Yeah, it gives a fuck.
The fiscal budget ended up passing narrowly, like by one vote, with a beefed up spending package for the fucking police department, and this was at a time when there was so much backlash against policing that the National Guard had been deployed to stand in the common with rifles.
Oh, God.
That is one big pile of shit.
When was this? I don't remember this.
You don't remember that? It was after the cruiser got set on fire. It was in the summer. After they had to bring in the National Guard and before they felt like it was safe to tell them to leave, finally.
Yeah, I actually...
Because there were a ton of protests around the common, and they always had not just cops, but soldiers.
Yeah. No, you just refreshed my memory. Yeah, no, I remember overhearing a conversation where, like, they were all from, like, southern parts of the state. They were all from, like, the nice, like, parts of the coast on the south. It was interesting.
I don't think any of them actually wanted to be there. Like, most people, when they sign up...
Yeah.
Quote-unquote, serve the country.
We gotta stand around and watch a protest happen. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the second source that was cited was a GBH article entitled Councillor Michelle Wu calls for a free tea.
Hell yeah.
And so I don't think I need to elaborate. That was...
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam.
Yeah.
A free MBTA.
So I guess the...
Fuck! Didn't work.
Let's see, the logic there is that if riders do not pay their fares, then the T will be defunded. Which is interesting because I think it was a couple episodes ago that I went over the sources of income for the T.
And the budget ain't that big. By the way, folks.
Most of it is not from fares. Most of it is from the state. So
yeah. Buses are the lowest amount of revenue for the MBTA. So, like, it would be easy for them to make buses free, at least.
For sure.
Yeah.
The ad continues, quote, for real progress, not radical change, elect Anissa Wasabi Gorge.
Yeah.
Unquote. Which, to me, that sounds a lot like Joe Biden's assertion to, like, the hedge fund dipshits that nothing will fundamentally change.
Yeah. That's what they're trying to do here, folks.
So this was the, remember, Bostonians for Real Progress PAC. Its top donors include Marquee Management, Rolandstown Plastering, Inc., and Cargo Ventures, which is a subsidiary of the major development firm called Millennium Partners. And in recent years, the BPDA, with the help of Marty Walsh, of course, sold to Millennium, I should say, what had been public land to develop a $1.3 billion skyscraper. And at the time, Michelle Wu was one of the most outspoken critics of that sweetheart deal. And she continues to campaign against shady relationships between politicians and real estate moguls in general. I'm pretty sure we know what's happening here. I think we can connect the dots.
Connect them.
Connect them.
Connect the dots.
I haven't played Connect 4 in a long time.
I feel like we just did that.
Yeah,
like there's nothing. It's not like I have anything else. That was like, I was like, you know, like when you give a thesis, and then you lay out the points, and then
like a 5-paragraph essay.
Yeah, then you have like the conclusion statement.
Welcome to my TED Talk.
That's what it was. The conclusion's always the hardest because you're just like, God.
Like that was where I say, like, you know, I'm not saying it's aliens, but
it's aliens.
It's Wasabi.
I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's the young Hegelians.
The young Hegelians.
That too.
There you go. You're all.
It was the young Hegelians.
And
Okay.
then the last news item. This is not local, but Blaise Compaoré's murder trial has finally begun.
Finally.
Only 34 years after he fucking orchestrated one of the most bitch ass coups in fucking
Against his best buddy.
socialist history. Rest in power, Thomas Sankara. Of course, Blaise Compaoré was too much of a
bitch-ass motherfucker.
pussy-ass bitch to show up to the trial, but he and 14 of his
He's a bitch-ass motherfucker.
companions are going on trial for murder, and may they all get fucked.
Fuck them.
Not consensually.
Fuck them.
The king ordered it.
I don't mean literally, I just mean like, may they all like
Generally, in a
Raw in
vague way.
peace.
Fuck them.
The king
rot. No, not in
ordered it.
peace.
Wet ass.
Raw in
forward.
pieces.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, fuck them.
Raw in pieces.
Bye-bye.
yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I can't talk anymore. My brain is out of brain juice.
You haven't been paying attention to the
It's
literature.
called blood.
Yeah, I have not been paying attention.
You son of a bitch.
I got Carlene some orange juice so that she can make orange chicken. And she's doing a really good job.
Millennium. Oh, that's Robbie
I
Williams.
thought you were to say you got her orange juice so she could make orange juice.
Orange chicken.
It doesn't make any sense.
I'm just
that
fucking-
sounds
Would
really,
you like orange?
Suck
that
it.
sounds really
For
yummy.
orange chicken.
And a
No,
bucket.
I know it sounds really good. I want.
You know, I'm
I
trucking.
want. I want food in general. I want too
Go
much
get
food.
some food.
No, I already had food.
Get more.
I
Who gives
need
a
to
shit?
live.
I don't need any more.
Okay, you literally just said you did.
No, I want it. I don't need it.
I don't need it.
I don't need it. I definitely don't need it.
I don't need it, folks.
Definitely don't need it.
You know what I need?
But
To go wee?
No.
some shit that
I
can be
need
made
to
up.
know that
Oh,
what I need to know what I couldn't possibly have the ability in my mind
fathom of
to
your own accord.
possibly be able to
Yes. please
experience
tell
the
us.
notion that it can't be made up. So let me know.
to fabricate from
Millennium.
Wolf
Please tell us.
Well, there you go.
God damn it.
White people are the devil.
Yes.
Something balls.
I was looking in the show notes channel, and it's still just that clip of Zizek going,
Seriously, can I give you some fucking fruit juice?
Yeah, I like that.
Do it.
That was good. I want
How
Zizek
about
to
I
come
get you
here
some
and
fucking fruit juice?
read the
I
whole
already
article
am
for me.
eating from the trash can all the time.
UPI testicle bath. Wait a minute.
This is a thing that some woman invented where you stick your balls in it. It's not a literal testicle bath. That's the one that Ellie
so
did.
this is not the
some-
testicuzzi.
It's not, exactly.
Jacuzzi.
Is it the spiritual successor?
I think so. It bathes your testicles in ultrasound, which tells your sperm to chill out for a while. Keeps them inert.
Just chill out. Well, this is, you know what?
I just posted. There's a picture of the bath and the woman who invented it.
Oh, great.
Yeah, she looks far too confident in this product.
Oh, she does. Yeah.
Far too
She's
confident.
like, this will make your
Wait,
sperm
why does the
stop
chat work
moving.
now? The links used to always break in the chat.
I guess
I
they
know,
fixed
but
it.
They fixed it.
Some poor software developer got 20 lashes
Status
for fucking
display.
up our links.
Water level mark. Water for ultrasound wave transmission. Jesus Christ, sorry. Battery, microcontroller, ultrasound module, LED strip.
Oh, so you do put water in it.
This is a really great quote. You teabag your way to infertility.
Nice. Best way.
Every man's dream. Yeah. Yeah. This is a much better article. It starts with it's a sperm stopping sauna for the scrotum.
Oh my god, no, the picture in the middle of it. It's so good.
Wait, are you talking about the design process? Yeah.
Yeah, ergonomic testing.
Ergonomic testing.
Ergonomic testing in 3 concepts is also pretty funny.
More like spurgonomic.
Yeah.
Spermonomic.
No, spurgonomic.
Wow.
Spurgonomic.
Sure.
It's very
And
crucial.
then sure. And then we got the picture of the testicuzzi.
If you fucking insist.
Step 4, testicles in, ultrasound on.
I like these user sketches It looks like it could be somebody like having different configurations of like apples and carrots.
Anyways, we love it.
So they're trying to make sure we know that apples and how many different configurations are there?
It looks like different
the balls
ways
look
that
like
you
apples and the dick looks like a carrot.
cook, or perhaps like for those pies you were talking about. This could be like part of the baking process.
What are you gonna blind bake your sperm?
You steam your apples.
Yeah,
and
like
you keep
what
the
is this
carrots
concept
dry.
that looks like a bowl? That looks like a
What?
like is that to accommodate the?
And there's one of them that looks like the balls are smoking crack.
Yeah. That's
you see
the weird
that
thing. Yeah.
I really want to know
That's
who
great.
this product is marketed to because
There's a couple that kind of look like that, honestly.
why are
There's
people
another one that
making
looks
this?
like a pair of balls is wearing dog tags too.
There's one that looks like a pair of balls is licking a lollipop.
Oh, nice.
I like that they clearly put effort into like having a line drawing of balls where like one ball is lower than the other.
Yeah.
So I guess,
Well, that's
I guess most
natural
balls are
and
blended
real.
That is normal.
Yeah, that's
It's
a real
documented on
It's
Greek
normal.
statues.
thing. Yeah.
that's true.
Well, it's a natural thing. The left testicle is heavier than.
What is it? Has to be the left one.
Does it correspond
Well,
with
usually-
Or it's
handedness?
the right. I don't know. Jesus Christ. Fuck
Usually,
No, I'm kidding.
it does usually correspond. Okay, so like for instance,
off. Jesse apparently knows more than I.
nobody has like perfectly symmetrical breasts. Typically, the left breast sits differently because it gets more blood because it's closer to the heart. So
Oh.
I suspect that's why one testicle would be favored over the other to sit in a
Interesting.
particular way because of the way that the vessels run from the heart to the testicles.
Nice.
I always thought that mine were uneven because when I was like 14, I spilled boiling water on one of them.
What?
So you got like a
At a
burn
party?
contracture.
Yeah.
I mean, it could that two both can be true. You can have a burnt and more
Bart titties.
blood filled breast.
Blood
This
burnt
is what
titties.
people listen to the show for, by the way.
Yep. Yeah.
Blood
That's
burnt
what I
titties.
listened to it for.
For the blood burnt titty? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's not the fucking name of the episode. Don't make that the episode name. Jesus.
Blood
You're
burnt
gonna
titty.
start calling me that?
No, I'm not going to call you that.
Do we?
Good.
Are we?
Had to make sure.
Are we going
we
to try?
good?
Are we going to try to take ourselves out of this ridiculous tailspin that we're in? Yes, I would like to do that. But isn't that just the show, folks?
I think you're
My
like
brain is still in recovery mode from taking in so many high-level important ideas.
It's true. It's true. It's fucking true.
By the way, Sarah, if you want to quash your appetite a little bit,
Quash it.
Drink some.
this past week I witnessed one of my cats vomiting multiple roundworms that I just picked up and played with because I thought it was a piece of plastic or something.
Ah.
Fuck you.
Ugh.
So
What'd you say fuck you for?
This is gross. Why would you touch that shit?
I didn't know it was a fucking worm, dude.
So what if the guy threw a shoe at me?
Fucking
I don't know.
worms.
All right, so here's
Speaking
the
of
fucked up part.
worms.
Here's the most fucked up part. I kind of developed a connection to this worm. I don't know
Worm.
why. It's still in the freezer, I think.
No,
Worm.
gross.
Really?
Oh,
Did you give it to them?
no.
Fuck. We had to give it away.
You had to
wasn't-
give it
Gave it
away?
away?
What are you talking
Give away
about?
the roundworm.
They
Yeah.
sold the worm.
No, we had to get fecal samples from all the cats and bring in the
Oh.
worms.
You should have saved the worms so we could make a stop motion rendering of the 1965 book Dune.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea. But
We have worm sign.
I'm sorry.
Make it with like little Lego people.
We had
Yeah,
to give it
that'd
up
be great.
for some, I don't know what they do. I guess they do some like PCR testing on it.
What implement did Carlene use to collect the cat poop?
A fucking shovel,
You guys have a shovel?
like a litter thing.
Oh yeah.
It's not like she
forget
followed the cats around with like a Tupperware, like waiting for them
It's
to
like a
shit.
little baggie.
We just we would hear one of the cats like scratching around in the litter box, you know how they do? Not actually covering their shit, just like
Just dig it.
pantomiming the motion of burying it, even though they're just scratching the plastic of the litter box. And when you hear that sound, you know one of them has probably taken a shit. So then one of us would rush over and, oh, there's Bindi. Or Smudge, we never got Smudge doesn't shit, I guess.
That's not good. Maybe it's like a gastrointestinal problem.
Of course it's a gastrointestinal problem. They have fucking roundworms.
Mix the shit.
I meant the fact that one of the
roundworms.
No, I don't know. I made that up. She probably took a shit. We just didn't see it.
Probably took a shit.
Can we go to bed?
You can go to bed whenever you want. Like,
We're having a good time.
Yeah, you started talking about cats and shitting. What do you mean you're confused?
I was trying to help you because you said you got enough food, but you wanted more. I was trying to help you.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I appreciate the sentiment. I mean,
you're welcome.
Begged me to do it.
Yeah. Fucking begged us to do that shit, and then you're like, "Why are we still going? What's going on?"
Beg you to do anything.
I'm joking, friend.
You did.
Speaking of worms, Dune, very good.
You're allowed to joke, but I'm not allowed to.
Your hands together and you said, "Give me ass, please."
I've watched the film Dune twice, and it's very good.
Wait, when did you see it? It's twice.
It leaked, and I watched it twice already.
Oh, okay. I was like, how did you already get to the theater?
Good.
Yeah, I know.
I'm hoping it's good. In theaters eventually. It's very good, and I hope to see it in theaters. I'm literally saying this, like, you should see it in theaters. It's that fucking good. Like, it's that...
Mr. Denis Villeneuve says to see it in theaters.
Mr. French fuck, whatever.
Yeah, that's why everybody gets fucking micro torrents, so that they can watch it before it hits theaters and then see it again. Yeah.
Well,
it's good, man.
No, I just want to see it again. I'll see it in a bigger...
I do kind of like knowing how a movie ends and then watching it again, and it makes me feel less
Why
anxious.
It's like complaining about someone seeing like an older movie in a repertoire theater. Like, fuck off, dude.
What?
That's like complaining about someone seeing an older movie. I know you are,
dude. I don't pay for movies. Are you serious?
Movies? Nobody pays for movies. Well, nobody pays for movies anymore. It's fine,
I figured out not paying for books, but for some reason not paying for movies is a little bit, it's more steps involved. Or it's too much of a problem where, like, I tried it once and I got annoyed because it wasn't working, or like because it was like something was fucked up with the file that I got, and I was like, well, shit, what's the point of this? I don't have time for this hassle of like...
Let's not do it right now.
All right.
Yeah.
My name is Mr. Scott.
Mr. Scott.
Mr. Scott.
Do I like this one? I don't know.
Well, you better like this one or else.
What? Or else what?
Something bad's gonna happen.
Or else what? What? Like a creepypasta says something bad's gonna happen to me? Ghostly figures gonna come.
Email 5 times, you're gonna die.
Eat me. I'm gonna die, motherfuckers. Get ready. Said the name into the mirror 5 times. Oh shit, here he comes. Perfect. My name is Scott.
There it is.
Sweaty Wife on YouTube. Nope. Sweaty Wife on Instagram.
Sweaty Wife?
Sweaty Wife on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, and fucking Van Clamp.
Van Pant.
Ma'am.
That's right, my name is Scott.
Can you do it?
Sweaty Wife, Facebook, Instagram, Letterboxd, Twitter, all of them. SoundCloud, baby, Bandcamp, yeah.
What's Letterboxd for?
Film reviews.
My film reviews is for sending me emails.
Okay. Email.
I got a Letterboxd sending me emails. Shit.
Letterboxd or Litterbox?
Sarah doesn't want to be on this podcast. She's nowhere on the internet, so we can skip them. Let's go. Chava, where can we find you?
You can find me at readingsbychava.com.
All right, yeah, here we go.
My name is spelled Chava with C on the front because it's Hebrew, and that's where you can find out.
This is how you spell their name.
Yes.
Yes.
Darmok and Jalad.
I give
Readings at Chava.
Check it out. What?
You clipped.
No.
You clipped and it like muted you, so nobody heard.
What was it? Readings at Chava.
Readings by
Chava at gmail.jalad.
.com.
Gmail.com.
It's .com.
I am
Readings,
Senor Gmail.
readings by
There's no video
email.
of President Trump sucking a ding dong.
So what if there was?
So what if there was?
And so what if
I
there
want to
was?
see that.
He did.
We got a summer child here wants to see Trump sucking a dick. Oh
No,
I want to see Trump getting his dick sucking a
give
dick.
me a feeling of
Rage and sexual confusion.
No,
Yes.
definitely not the second thing. Well, I mean, I typically feel that
Sexual
most of the time.
satisfaction.
So,
Sexual seduction.
Huh.
There's no video of President Trump sucking a ding dong. And so what if
And
there
so what
was?
if there was? My name is Jesse. Find my music on SoundCloud.
Oh, sorry about this episode, everyone.
/contingents Boston. That's CONTINGENCE Boston. Member hipcomrade-rosie.org. Select that Getting Involved tab and choose one or more mutual aid groups to donate your time, labor, and or money to because people really need your help right now. And I do have a slam recommendation.
Welcome to the jam.
The slam recommendation for the week is pew pew pew. It's good. It's called Grotesque Monument of Paraperverse Transfiction.
can you say that again a little slower?
Grotesque Monument of Paraperverse Transfiction.
Paraperverse.
Paraperverse like,
not just perverse. It's like
all erudite shit.
It's like a paralegal. It's not legal, but like kind of legal.
By epicardiectomy. They're from the
Epicardiectomy.
They're from the fucking Czech Republic.
Yeah, where it's nice and cold. So the slams are hard.
You know, it's not that cold. It's like an oceanic temperature.
Where it's nice and oceanic.
Like
it's
Central
almost
Europe.
Exactly the same as it is here.
Oceanic. It's under the sea.
So the slams are
Under
wet.
the sea.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
And as we all know, duet slams are the good slams.
Thank you.
And you can find us on Patreon/Epic Incredulity, where you can also find us on Instagram, Twitter. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube at Epic Incredulity. But as always, go to our
TikTok
Patreon. And we're on chat, fucking crapper, clapper, and slapper, dapper. TikTok.
Yep.
We're on TikTok. We're on Time Clock.
Or as the French say, talk tick.
I guess on Clapper we're still dancing with cakes.
Yeah, we are. We're still dancing.
I'm still
with
Sweaty
cakes on
Wife
Clapper.
Twitch on Twitch.
Yeah.
We'll
change soon.
I gotta wait like 2 months to change that shit because Twitch.
Moist Bride.
Yeah.
Moist Bride.
Yeah.
Shit, that's awesome
Moist
too. Shit. Sweaty Wife and the Moist Brides. That's wonderful.
There you go.
Oh man!
There's your
Thank
band.
you so much, Sarah. You are you are the key. You are the muse. You are what we need. All I need is a look in your eyes.
I mean, you say that, but also
All he needs is a look.
earlier today, somebody was talking about. Earlier today, somebody.
That's Julio. No, is that Julio Iglesias? Which Iglesias was that?
Enrique Iglesias.
No,
Yeah, he was the great one.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody.
All I need.
But you're saying that I'm like the muse. But the thing is that earlier today I was having a messaging discussion with somebody, and they were referring to like, you know, the general term like people with prostates or people with penises, like, you know, be gender neutral.
People with
and
penises.
for some reason, my brain went first to like, how can we make those things shorter? And I was just like,
how did you make everybody's penises shorter? It's a hell of a question.
No.
Science to find
Like
a way.
shorten the phrase "people with penises" to just like
PWP.
Pinipple.
That's longer.
Let's say like P-whip.
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 P-whips.
People.
My name is Jesse, and I'm a P-whip.
I'm a empire piece of person with penis.
P-whip.
I don't know what would people with prostates be. It would be like propple.
Propple. Yeah.
Propple. I'm a propple.
I'm as American as propple pie.
People with vaginas.
People with vaginas.
Vapple.
People with vaginas.
I don't know why I'm not making fun of this concept. It's just for some reason, like, I saw words that had like the same starting letter, and I just started combining them.
Concept. Every week we say Batankdo, fucking roll up to the Capitol, shoot the in the face. I mean, take that out. I didn't say that. Seriously, yeah.
Joe tank butt. Yes. Good night, everybody. Have a good evening or morning.
That's your epoch. Sarah is rushing it to the end, and that's fine. You can't make this epoch up, comrade.
For some reason, I was like, that sounds familiar. What's that from?
Come on.
That's from us.
I know.
Come on.
Oh God, we've come full circle.
I was like, what's that from? That sounds really good.
My vagina.
Please do us a favor. Share your.
I don't get monthly
do
blood
yourself a
drips.
favor. Enjoy your epoch. Enjoy your.
I never thought I'd miss my past deference.
I thought you meant at first that Fat Mike actually got gender
No, not Fat Mike.
No,
he did not.
Fucking listen to Newer Against Me if you want to actually listen
Operation
to trans punk.
Successful.
From the year 2000.
So long ago.
You were very small.
Mm-hmm.
What is the album called? 1 second.
Pump up the.
Yeah. No, Transgender Dysphoria Blues by Against Me. Listen to that.
Okay.
Well, the NoFX album was called Pump Up the Volume, but they got fucking sued.
No, yeah, I had that album. It was good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Against Me, and fucking NoFX being repped on the same pod.
I just want a sci-fi where no romance happens at all. I also want books like I also want movies like that.
Sci-fi with no romance.
Go watch John Carpenter movies. That's for one. Watch The Thing. Nobody loves
one.
I found you a link.
I'm an old man, bitch. I say weird phrases. I don't know why.
I know.
There's also a book series that I finished.
Do you know how funny you are, though? You're like the funniest person I've ever found.
That's what I keep telling you.
Stop saying this to me. I don't like
so
this.
Much,
God damn it. The Giver. What is The Giver doing on this without romance? Oh.